edition of Desert Vision, I'm Army Sergeant Jessica Forrester.
And I am Army Sergeant Angie Lorden.
Recently, some very distinguished visitors came to Camp Arifijan. Among those was General Joseph Votel, Commander, United States Army Central Command. General Votel participated in a brief, took time to have lunch with troops, toured a training site, and recognized several soldiers for their significant contributions to the Central Command mission.
The real secret weapon of Army Central Command and of the United States Army is our people, and I was just really reminded of that today with the great young people, young NCOs, young officers that I had a chance to talk with. They're contributing in a variety of ways. Certainly just by being forward stationed here in Kuwait, they're reassuring our partners in the region of our national commitment to the important interests that we have here. They're providing critical logistics support for our operations in Iraq and Syria and Afghanistan and a variety of other places. And in many cases, they're directly supporting our operations in Iraq and Syria and Afghanistan. And they're out here working with our partners on a day-to-day basis. So they're doing a variety of things and they're doing a great job of it.
Private Cody Smiley, a food service specialist with 2nd Squadron 13th Cavalry Regiment, was coined by General Votel for embodying the improvise, adapt, and overcome attitude of a successful soldier.
Ever since I got here, I was trained as an 88 mic and a fueler for NTC. And then I was put in the orderly room and then trained for supply. So it was shocking to me. I never realized that I was getting recognized for something I was doing. I'm just a PFC. I just thought I was kind of invisible.
Colonel Robert E. Lee McGee, commander of 3rd Armored Brigade Combat Team 1st Armored Division, felt General Votel was pleased with the work USARCENT is doing.
I think from General Votel's perspective, what he really wanted to see from us is what are the capabilities of this Armored Brigade Combat Team. And I think he walked away with a really solid appreciation of what we do for CENTCOM, what we do for ARCENT, and what we do for the nation as a whole.
In addition to General Votel's visit, a congressional delegation visited the ARCENT AOR. Army Staff Sergeant Lloyd Harger has the story.
Recently, a congressional delegation visited Camp Arifijan, Kuwait to talk with soldiers and to learn more about the ARCENT mission. The delegation consisted of U.S. Representative Kay Granger of Texas, District 12, and U.S. Representative Steve Womack of Arkansas, District 3. Both representatives feel that visits like this are essential.
Well, there's an old saying that seeing is believing. And any time you can get outside the Beltway area and see firsthand what we're asking our men and women in uniform to do, it's tremendously beneficial to members like myself.
You know, you can sit in your office and read reports and you get part of the story. I'm here to talk to these troops and listen to what they have to say. You know, I'm Vice Chair of Defense Appropriations and I'm Chair of Foreign Operations. And we make lots of decisions that are really important, but if we do it without talking to the people who carry out those decisions, we're making mistakes. So I just said I heard a wonderful briefing, and I wish every member of Congress could hear that same briefing of what our troops are doing and what they need us to do. The mission here and all the countries that are involved are the countries, in many cases, of greatest concern to us. And so to make sure that we're doing a job that is organized, logical, receptive, responsive, these are the people that make that happen.
Reporting from Camp Arifijan, Kuwait, I'm Army Staff Sergeant Lloyd Harger.
We'll be right back with more Desert Vision right after this.
This is General Joe Votel, the Commanding General of the United States Central Command, and you're watching Desert Vision.
As some of you may have noticed, it gets warm here. You need to make sure that you don't sustain a heat injury and become a loss to your unit. Even if you're acclimated, you can't get around the need for water. Dehydration can cause heat injuries, ranging from painful cramps to muscle breakdown, delirium, seizures, and even death. When working in high temperatures, you need to drink about 1 quart an hour of water to stay functioning. More than 1.5 quarts per hour can cause dangerous electrolyte shifts. Aim for the sweet spot. Remember to limit your activity and keep an eye out for symptoms like muscle cramps and feeling foggy or confused.
Welcome back to the Desert Vision. Soldiers from around Camp Arifijan rallied at the Zone 1 gym for an exciting off-duty event. Our own Sergeant Jessica Forrester was there.
Service members at Camp Arifijan took to the mats on Sunday, August 21st to test their skills, compete, and build character.
So today the 54th Signal Battalion put on a combative tournament for all of Camp Arifijan and Camp Arifijan, Kuwait. They brought about 14 soldiers from Arifijan and roughly 51 soldiers from Camp Arifijan. We had 4 different weight classes and allowed everyone to compete and understand what it's like to go against a dynamic opponent.
The warrior spirit is characterized by the willingness to close the distance with the enemy and eliminate them. This combatives tournament gives soldiers the opportunity to exercise that warrior spirit and also develop technique as well as resilience, which will sustain them both on and off the mats.
A soldier can get tapped out or lose by points, and they want to throw their hands in there and walk away. But they have enough peers around them, enough competitors, the person they just lost to, that's going to bring them to the side and show them maybe some of their mistakes, ways to get after the next time. So every fighter, even if they lost the first 2 rounds, they're better for it and they know what it's like to get up there and earn that experience and confidence.
Extracurricular events such as the combatives tournament are a great way for soldiers to build relationships with each other. Specialist Nicholas Caro, a competitor from the 212th Military Police Company, was cheered on by other members of his unit.
Builds camaraderie, there's a lot of brotherhood, so come closer. Something to talk about other than just work, I guess. It makes me want to go hard for my team.
From Camp Arifijan, Kuwait, I'm Army Sergeant Jessica Forrester. A group of U.S. military senior NCOs visited Astana, Kazakhstan to participate in an NCO symposium August 22nd through the 26th. Service members from U.S. Army Central, U.S. Air Force Central, and the Arizona Army and Air National Guard had an opportunity to meet with their foreign counterparts to review the past year's progress in development of the Kazakhstani NCO Corps. Since their independence from the Soviet Union, Kazakhstan has been working with the U.S., building a lasting and important partnership. This year, Kazakhstan's NCO Corps is celebrating its 20th anniversary. This event had a special meaning because it was attended exclusively by NCOs, including U.S. Army Central's Senior Non-Commissioned Officer, Command Sergeant Major Eric C. Dosty.
On August 26th, U.S. Army Central came out to celebrate a very special event. Sergeant Matt Kazara has more.
August 26th. Every year this day is marked by most as any average day. Yet, there is a historical significance to the day that U.S. Army Central came out to celebrate. You see, August 26th celebrates the anniversary of the 19th Amendment's ratification. Now, in case you're a bit rough on your knowledge of the Constitution, this is the amendment that gave women the right to vote. In celebration, USARCENT highlighted the struggle of so many women a century ago to gain their right to vote, as well as the continued fight to educate today's generation about issues of women's equality.
I think it's always going to be important because we're not the only ones watching. When I'm watching television, when I'm doing anything, I'm always cognizant that children are watching us, the younger generation. So we're not doing things for just us. We're doing things and promoting ideas and understandings, ideologies to help our children underneath us continue to carry the torch. If we limit it to just adults, we lose greatly because the ones underneath of us are going to be the ones that's going to carry the torch. So yeah, you're right. Men, women, and children should be at events like this. It should be a family affair.
Bringing people together in celebration of women's equality educates people, but it also helps ensure that August 26 will not be just another day. For USARCENT, I'm Sergeant Matt Kazara.
Hello, I'm Congresswoman Kay Granger from Fort Worth, Texas, and you're watching the Desert Vision. Thank you.
That's it for this edition of Desert Vision. I'm Army Sergeant Jessica Forrester.
And I'm Army Sergeant Angie Lorden. Until next time.
Thanks for watching.